April 14th, 1912. The North Atlantic. Inside, millionaires toast to an unsinkable palace of steel. But outside, in the freezing dark, waits a mountain of ice. How brutally will nature punish our arrogance? Forget the iceberg. Look at the machine. The Titanic was a vertical map of 1912 society. At the top, breathing the fresh ocean air, first class. Titans of industry dine on 11-course meals. At the bottom, deep in the belly of the beast, third class. Swedish tailors and Syrian refugees sleep in cramped bunks. Between them and the open sky, a labyrinth of narrow corridors and locked iron gates. But the fatal flaw was born on the spacious boat deck. To preserve the ocean view for the wealthy, the owners cut the lifeboats to just 20. Only enough for half of the 2,200 souls on board. But the owners didn't care. They believed the Titanic was her own lifeboat, built on absolute, blinding arrogance. She sailed at 22 knots, straight into the dark.
In the face of the abyss, 3 men made 3 chilling choices. Thomas Andrews, the chief designer, calculated the math and calmly told the captain, "She is going to founder. It is a mathematical certainty. We have 2 hours."
Out on the freezing deck, Wallace Hartley and his band did not run. They played upbeat ragtime to feed the normalcy bias, choosing to die with their violins in their hands.
And Charles Johin, the chief baker, drank a massive amount of whiskey. Unafraid, he rode the stern down like an elevator. The alcohol in his blood acted as antifreeze, keeping him alive for 2 hours in the freezing dark. The Atlantic tried to warn them. Multiple wireless messages crackled, "Ice ahead." But the operator snapped back, "Shut up! I am busy." Then, nature set the trap. A rare, flat calm. No wind, no moon, no white foam. Lookout Frederick Fleet stared into the void without binoculars.
11:40 p.m. A shadow blots out the stars.
"Iceberg! Right ahead!"
Just a slight shudder, but below, rivets popped and steel tore. The sea stepped inside. 12:45 a.m. The first lifeboat is lowered half empty. Normalcy bias threw away their only chance. Below, the iron gates remained locked. First class goes first. Third class drowned in the dark, trapped in a cage built by society.
2:15 a.m. The bow plunged, lifting giant propellers into the air. Lights out. The keel snapped in half with an agonizing roar.
2:20 a.m. Titanic is gone. The lifeboats did not row back, paralyzed by fear. Soon, the screams turned into moans, and then absolute silence. At dawn, the Carpathia arrived to find an endless field of white ice and 20 tiny wooden boats. 712 survivors were pulled aboard to the wail of new widows. J. Bruce Ismay, the chairman who cut the lifeboats and snuck onto a collapsible, survived. But he spent his life in hiding, branded a coward, crushed under the weight of 1,500 souls. Yet, from this freezing grave, a new world was born. The SOLAS Convention was created, Never again would a ship sail without enough lifeboats for every soul. The Titanic had to die so that millions of future sailors could live. 2.5 miles down, the great Leviathan rests. The bodies dissolved a century ago, but their leather shoes still rest side by side in the mud. A silent, haunting monument. It is easy to call the Edwardians blind. But look in the mirror. Today, our Titanics are made of silicon and code. Artificial intelligence, climate engineering, and financial systems too big to fail. When scientists send warning messages about the icebergs ahead, we still shove them under a paperweight. We say, "Shut up, we are busy," and we keep sailing straight into the dark. Nature does not negotiate. The question is, do we have enough lifeboats this time? The past is not a graveyard. It is a lighthouse. The Titanic was crushed by ice, but history's deadliest iceberg was microscopic. Messina, 1347. Ghost ships drop anchor, carrying a cargo of death that sinks an entire continent. Next time, the Black Death. To hear the warnings from history, hit subscribe. I am Kang, and this is History Reborn.